Of all the instruments on this planet, the pipe organ is the grandest of them all. In today's episode, Doug and I are taking you on a tour of the sounds of the classical and theater organ sounds on the amazing Genos 2. We hope you find it informative and entertaining. The pipe organ is a singular musical instrument that is subdivided into divisions with names such as great, swell, choir, solo, and pedal. The division names can sometimes appear in French and in German. Each division is made up of stops, with each stop intending to represent a single tone, color, or sound, such as flute or oboe. For the most part, each stop equates with one rank, meaning that each stop has one pipe for each note on the keyboard or pedal board. Some stops even have more than one pipe per note or even more ranks. A mixture stop can have several ranks per note, while undulating stops, such as a flute celeste, will generally have 2 ranks. Organ pipes are made of metal, consisting of lead, zinc, and tin, and the wood pipes are often made of spruce, cedar, mahogany, and other woods.
All right, let's start with classical. The first stop on the menu, the Liebe Gedeckt, which is basically a flute, sounds like this. Diapason, kind of a flute, sort of, made of wood or of metal. I like this one, Clarabelle and flute.
Clarabelle.
Mm-hmm. I had a cow named Clarabelle. Mm-hmm. But I don't think she played the flute.
No, I don't think this is a cowbell sound.
No.
These are very classical cathedral sounds we've all heard before. Very beautiful.
Yes, soft reeds. Grand jeu, or grand, I think it is.
Large sound.
Yeah.
You can feel those pipes, can't you?
Yes. I have a subwoofer on the floor with the Yamaha speakers, part of the kit you can get with the Genos. And you can actually feel the vibration on the floor. Fond et en chaise, or however you say it in French. I don't know. Sounds like this. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good stop to use at the end of a hymn. Organo pleno. I have never seen that stop on an organ that I played like in real life, a real pipe organ. I don't know where that comes from. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. Concert organ tutti. Tutti Italian for meaning all. So I suspect this is going to be a very big sound.
Yes. That's a big sound.
That's a big sound. Chapel organ. Often in cathedrals, there'll be a smaller church attached to the cathedral, and they'll have smaller organs in the smaller church.
Mm-hmm. So
Usually for like small weddings or different ceremonies. Now, sometimes there'll be a separate organ, like a little one, from the big one in the cathedral, but sometimes it'll just be the pipes from the big organ. They put another set of pipes in the chapel.
right.
So either or. Usually it's a separate organ, but I have seen where the chapel has a bunch of pipes and the organist plays from the cathedral itself.
Oh,
That I've seen, apparently. Chapel organ 2.
much smaller sound for a smaller space. Makes
You
sense?
certainly wouldn't have that big soundy concert organ tutti in there.
No. Might knock
All
the
right.
balls down.
Next, let's move on to the theater. The theater organ.
The theater organ is one of the most wonderful instruments ever created. It was used back in the early days for the soundtrack for the silent movies in the grand theaters around the world. The console you see before you is in Casa Loma in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Sir Henry Pellet, who built Casa Loma, always intended to have an organ in the Great Hall, but he ran out of money before he could finish the castle, and the organ was never put in until it was taken from Maple Leaf Gardens and put in Casa Loma. The console you see on the screen is actually the second one. It was brought from Montreal. The original console only had 3 manuals. The Genos 2 has done a wonderful job of recreating the magnificent sound of the theater organ. So David and I would like to take you on this tour and show you the sounds of this grand instrument.
All right, theater, tibia, and box.
Completely different sound, isn't it?
Yes, and there's vibrato on them too,
Mhm.
where church organs do have a vibrato stop, but it's not used a lot, only in certain types of music. Theater open, tibias. Now, remember when we got the first Genos? We just got back from my tour in the States, and we were amazed, ladies and gentlemen, that the sounds on the Genos and the Genos 2, which are even better now, sound like a theater organ. And if anyone knows theater organ sounds, Doug and I do, because we've toured a lot and I've played many theaters.
Mhm.
It's quite amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing sounds.
I know. Theater organ mix. Theater organ mix 2. Theater organ mix 3. There's a lot of reed pipes in there.
Mhm.
You can hear that bottom end, eh? Those are 16 and 32-foot pipes.
Wow.
Theater Seaside.
Surprised you picked that song?
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Yeah, go
Apparently.
figure, eh? Theater Gamba Celeste. Gam Celeste. Very reedy. You can feel the air.
Yeah.
Theater flute accompaniment.
And an interesting thing about these sounds is that they are sounds that the actual instrument, the theater organ, will make. They can do cowbells and flutes and all sorts of little sounds with solenoids, and they have little drums that they can pound that the organist can make. So all of this stuff that you hear are sounds that the real instrument does make.
Yes. And as far as the glockenspiel that we're going to hear shortly, and the marimba and the xylophone, they're actually real. It's a real xylophone modified for mechanical.
Modified mechanically so
Yeah.
that magnetically and solenoids can make that thing play from the console, which is amazing.
But they're actual, when it says marimba, it's actually a real marimba. It's not like a virtual instrument.
Yeah, it's off in behind the pipe chamber, and they've got a magnet, and it's all set up there, right, the real instrument.
Well, remember at the Riviera Theater, you could see the marimbas and stuff. They were out in just below the stage floor.
Right.
But you could actually see them. Mm-hmm. And they often put lights and stuff, so when you play, the lights light up. It's very cool. It's very cool. Theater strings. Theater Chris accompaniment. Xylophone. That's actually a real xylophone in the theater.
Yep.
Wooden harp. Organ chime. Chrysoglot. Can't believe that Genos has duplicated these so well.
It is amazing.
It is. Theater glockenspiel. Theater trumpet. Theater pedal. Now, obviously, on the Genos, I don't have pedals. You can get MIDI pedals, but I don't have them. So when I'm playing a real theater organ, I got two hands doing this, and I got 2 feet doing all the bass stuff, other stuff. So pedal 1. We can feel the floor shake, ladies and gentlemen. Pedal 2. My neighbors below wouldn't like that.
No.
Euro accompaniment 3. For soap opera. Oh, John, don't do that. So that does it for the theater and classical organs, basically.
Well, thank you.
All right.